Your thoughts on how things went today?
Thought it went really good. Thought we got some good work in, and liked the way our running backs ran it today. I thought those guys ran the football pretty good. We mixed and matched a lot today, and we needed to see some guys have been running with the second group, run with the first group. They've been running with the third group, run with the second group, and stuff. So some of the guys that I guess some of the returning guys didn't get much today because we wanted to try to focus on some of the other guys. Jalen Thompson had a bunch of carries today. We need to see him run the ball and get meaningful runs. And so, like I said, we just tried to mix and match and tried to get some guys in there. Got Devin Leipold a lot more snaps today. We needed to kind of see what he could do in a live situation and stuff. And it's really his first reps, with the twos and the ones to kind of get some reps and stuff. So anyway, that was the plan. It was definitely 100% rep management by us, and just to try to get some different guys in and see them doing some different things.
What did you see from Devin?
I think he's come on. He's got a lot of talent. He's a big kid that gets on top of the ball and can throw it, and he's also a run threat. Judging by watching the last 4 games last year, the way the other staff used him and running and goal line and short yardage. So he has another dimension there too. But we just needed to get him. Everything is, which rightfully so, but it's been about Alex and Jake and rotating with the ones and twos. We needed Devin to get some reps today with the ones and twos and kind of see how he handled it too. And you got to have guys, unfortunately, hopefully, but that's just the way it works. And so this was his, I guess this week of practice was his first time, in practice 13, 14, and 15, where he got reps with the ones and the twos. And again, we'll evaluate it and kind of see how it goes.
How about TC, seeing him finish off the red zone work there at the end of the
Well,
scrimmage?
TC got dinged up last Thursday, so that's why he didn't do much last Saturday and stuff. So I think he was chomping at the bit to kind of get out here and get something done. I think last week he only played like 8 plays total in the scrimmage last week because he got dinged up Thursday in a drill and nothing big, but just kind of held him out and tried to limit his stuff. But it's good to see him running today. In fact, he ran with a little authority too.
Yeah, be happy with the production out of the 3 man running.
Definitely,
Playmaking.
definitely. And I thought I was telling them earlier. Jalen Thompson has been here too and stuff, so he's another running back, and so we wanted to see him. He had the most carries today. Mm-hmm. We wanted to see him get some time with the ones and the twos today and get some reps. But no, overall pleased. I thought Bryce Strong, and we're really pleased with Colby Ham. And, of course, TC is a really talented young man, and we needed to kind of see today, with Jalen, that fourth guy, because that's just the nature of running backs, you got to be deep, and we wanted to see how deep we were moving forward.
You talked a lot about this week about wanting to see some consistency. You had some big plays, but did you see enough consistency?
Well, saw more until that last pick stuff. So, but I don't think he ever saw him. I don't think he ever saw the safety, which was a good play. But I thought we were a little cleaner. It looked like here toward the end. I'm never going to be satisfied with that, but I thought we were possibly, a little cleaner. It's starting to have a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of pace to the offense. And so it's just, take some time, unfortunately. And a lot of spring ball is scrimmage mode, I call it. And when you're in scrimmage mode, you're not in tempo mode. You're not like an offense that's trying. You wait for the defense to get lined up. You wait for everybody. You get in that, what I call it, that scrimmage mode. And, to take some time in August to transition from the scrimmage mode to actual game mode, gain tempo, take the ball, take the line of scrimmage, make the call. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, I just get frustrated because, that scrimmage mode frustrates me, I guess.
From the beginning of spring camp to where we are now, are you satisfied, or is this where you wanted to be at?
I think we made a lot of progress, and I've been saying it, and I will continue to say it. The kids have been fantastic, and how talented we are, I don't know, but I think they've been phenomenal in terms of their attitude, their effort. We hadn't had, which I don't know what that means, but we hadn't had one kid quit. We haven't had a kid that I've had to remove from the team or has quit or has, missed practice or did something or whatever. The kids have been really good, and I've told them that we really appreciate their effort and their attitude, and we just got to get better. But it's not because of a lack of a bad. It's not because of a bad attitude or lack of effort. These young men have been phenomenal.
I don't know how you gauge the spring in regards to identifying guys that are going to make plays for you. Are you seeing playmakers on both sides of the ball?
I think so. I think I've seen a little bit more defensively because I think they're playing a little bit faster because it's it's the same defense other than a handful of transfer guys. It's the same defense. It's the same calls, different coaches, but it's still Peck's defense. And so I was hoping defense, special teams wise, hearing the same language, doing the same things, we would be further ahead. I think offensively we've made some progress. I think, but the main thing with us is, I just keep telling the kids we have talent in this room, but if you're good, you can do it every day. If you're just talented, you're just talented. I mean, but talented, good players can repeat talent every day. And that's what we're trying to get out of them. I mean, come out here and be good every day. It doesn't mean you're going to be your best necessarily. And sometimes you get opportunities to make more plays, especially skill position wise. But come out here and be talented every day in what you do. And that's what we're trying to do. And I keep telling them every day, we're looking to develop good players that are here week in and week out and do what they're supposed to do week in and week out. And that's a work in progress.
How confident are you the quarterback for next year is on the roster? Are you going to look in the portal, or somebody falls?
That's all stuff that we're gonna determine. But right now, just to talk about these kids, Jake is exactly who we thought Jake was. I'm really, really impressed with Alex Flores. I'm impressed with his attitude. I'm impressed with his desire to learn the offense and do all the things we want him to do. So I'm very pleased with what they're doing. And I said, I think that Devin Lapole has talent. Devin's a young man that came to our camp when I was the quarterback guy at UL that I really liked. I mean, he can get on top of it and throw it. Big old kid and stuff. So I have some familiarity with Devin. Matter of fact, when I took the job, I didn't know Devin was here. I didn't know Devin had actually came to McNeese and stuff. So I was excited to see him. And, I had met he and his mother and stuff when they came to Lafayette and stuff. So I think he's got a chance is what I'm saying. I just, we've been so focused on the two and making sure they get equal reps and making sure they get equal opportunities. And this last week or whatever, I told Coach Bofing, I mean, let's make sure that Devin is in there and we see him the same way we saw the other guys because you just have to be ready for a long season.